and a warm welcome to the AI with Arun show. Think about a few days back when the AI world was in a frenzy of excitement. Google had just launched Gemini 3 Pro with its spectacular video capabilities, and OpenAI was pushing GPT 5.1 as the ultimate multimodal assistant. It was the AI equivalent of a high stakes, high budget movie premiere, all about flash, speed, and consumer engagement. But then, less than a week later, Anthropic did something completely different. They did not chase the spectacle, they released Claude Opus 4.5, and in doing so, they clarified a massive schism in the industry, a divergence between conversational intelligence and agentic reliability. While the competition was trying to win the chatbot war, Anthropic decided to win the work war. Opus 4.5 is engineered specifically for deep work. This model is not designed to entertain you. It is designed to be your synthetic senior engineer. Today, we break down how they pull that off. Anthropic made a deliberate contrarian choice. They are essentially ceding the mass market chatbot market to focus on the high value vertical of virtual labor. They are not selling an assistant that takes notes. They're selling an autonomous employee. The goal here is agentic persistence. What does that mean? It means the model must be reliable enough to handle complex multi-day engineering and analytical tasks. It needs to complete a 50-step process without failing. To do this, they stopped optimizing for speed and focused entirely on the capabilities needed for sustained automation, long horizon reasoning, robust tool use, and computer navigation. If you are building critical infrastructure, you need reliability above all else. And that is exactly what Opus 4.5 delivers. So, how did Anthropic achieve this reliability? The secret lies in a new architecture they called hybrid reasoning. Historically, when you prompt a traditional AI, it starts generating the response immediately, one word after another, in a probabilistic stream. This pressure to generate the next word quickly often leads to a problem called path dependency. Imagine starting a long journey by making a tiny wrong turn. Because the AI is committed to its current path, it ends up doubling down on that wrong turn, and the whole response becomes Opus 4.5 fixes this by introducing a thinking phase. When you send a prompt, the model first generates hidden thinking tokens. It explores possible solutions, evaluates architectural trade offs, and error corrects its own logic, all internally before writing a single word of the final answer. This architectural trick decouples reasoning time from response time. For a senior engineer facing a complex refactoring task, this means the model can simulate the execution of a repair plan and revise its strategy before writing any executable. This significantly reduces the propagation of errors in long tasks, which is the core of agentic reliability. If hybrid reasoning is the technical breakthrough, the effort parameter is the biggest economic innovation. This feature single-handedly transforms AI intelligence from a fixed commodity into a variable resource. For the first time, developers can control the cognitive intensity of the model. Through the API, you can tell the model how much budget, how much of those thinking tokens to use by choosing low, medium, or high effort. Low effort is cheap and fast. It's perfect for high volume tasks that don't need much thinking, like classifying 10,000 customer support tickets. Medium effort is the default, and it is a cost optimization lever. Benchmarks show that Opus 4.5 in this mode matches the performance of the previous flagship models but uses 76% fewer output tokens, saving you substantial money on standard tasks. And then high effort unlocks the model's full frontier capability for all the toughest jobs like deep research or architectural planning. This innovation moves us away from pricing per token and towards pricing per thought, allowing you to allocate your intelligence budget precisely where you get the highest returns on investment. The problem of AI memory or the context window has always been a huge roadblock for agents. When a conversation gets too long, the AI either gets confused, a phenomenon called the context drift, or the cost of passing that massive history becomes prohibitive. Opus 4.5 maintains a very large raw memory windows, up to 500,000 tokens for enterprise users. But the real breakthrough is how they manage it. The client-side compaction. Instead of just deleting the oldest messages, which is what crude truncation, compaction automatically summarizes and compresses older conversation turns. This creates a dense semantic memory of decisions made days ago without needing to retain the verbose original text. The result? The effective ability to run infinite conversation lengths. Your continuous coding agent can remember the architectural constraints you defined on Monday, even after working on millions of tokens of code edits all week long. This solves a critical problem for high fidelity, long running agentic tasks. Most AI are text processors. Opus 4.5 is designed to be a functional operator of a computer. While some competitors focus on video analysis, Opus 4.5's advanced visual and analysis capabilities, achieving 80.7% in the MMU benchmark, are specifically tuned for interpreting graphical user interfaces or GUIs. This is the computer use feature. The model can analyze a screenshot of any software interface, even that clunky ancient enterprise software from 1998 that had no APIs, identify where the buttons, the fields, and the menus are, and then execute actions like clicking or typing or scrolling. For example, an agent could be instructed to log into a legacy accounting system, pull up a quarterly report by clicking specific buttons, extract the data, analyze it, and then paste the results into a modern keyboard. This capability is enormous because it unlocks automation for the massive unaddressed market of legacy corporate software. Now let's look at the proof. The industry's most respected metric for coding capability is the SWE-bench Verified benchmark. Tests on AI's ability to solve real-world GitHub issues. Opus 4.5 does not just compete, it secured a decisive lead. It's the first model to breach the critical 80% threshold, scoring an impressive 80.9%. Why is 80% so important? It means that for the vast majority of standard maintenance and bug fixing tasks, the model is statistically likely to produce a correct fix without human intervention. This is the difference between an unreliable assistant and a trustworthy virtual employee. Furthermore, the skill is not confined to Python or JavaScript. On the multilingual test, Opus 4.5 leads the field in 7 out of 8 programming languages. Its performance is so elite that Anthropic claimed it scored higher on the internal performance engineering candidate test than any human applicant in the company history. Now, this is an elite technical tool. While we look at agentic performance, the ability to use tools and environments to solve multi-step problems, Opus 4.5 continues to dominate. This is where the model's hybrid reasoning pays off. Now look at the terminal bench score of 59.3%. This benchmark measures the model's ability to use a command line interface, the dark matter of engineering work, to navigate file systems, execute scripts, and set up environments. Opus 4.5 proves it is better equipped to function as an autonomous developer who can manage the messy details. In long horizon agentic reliability tests, Opus 4.5 earned 29% more than the previous generations by managing to stay on track over extended interactions without forgetting the goal. The verdict on the competitive landscape is clear. While competitors might narrowly lead in general academic reasoning, like getting a PhD level answer to a physics question, Opus 4.5 wins on procedural intelligence. It's optimized for doing things than just knowing things. A model this powerful used to be prohibitively expensive. To make Opus 4.5 viable for serious production work, Anthropic adopted a very aggressive pricing strategy. They dropped the input price by a huge margin, a 66% reduction compared to the previous Opus 4.1. Input dropped from $15 to just $5 per million tokens, with a similar cut to output pricing. This positions the model for routine workloads. But the real magic of agents is prompt caching. Imagine your agent needs to read 100,000 token code base every time you ask it a question. That gets expensive fast. With caching, the read cost for subsequent queries drops to just 50 cents per million tokens, a 90% cost reduction. This makes running long-term agents that reference massive datasets economically feasible, directly supporting the infinite conversation capability. And if you have non-urgent tasks, you can use batch processing for a further 50% discount. The Office 4.5 is more than a model. It's the engine of a platform supported by the new Claude Agent SDK. This SDK, the software development kit, provides the connective tissue developers need for reliable agents. Now, two tooling features are game-changing for safe engineering. One is plan mode. When working with a terminal-based coding assistant, the model first analyzes the code and proposes a detailed plan of action. The user reviews and refines this plan before the model writes any destructive. This human-in-the-loop approach is crucial for enterprise safety. And then two checkpoints. This is the control plus Z for AI autonomy. If your agent starts going down a wrong path, you can revert its take, saving huge amounts of time and preventing costly errors. Finally, Anthropic ensures that the model is available wherever enterprise data lies. It's integrated with the big three clouds: Amazon Bedrock, Microsoft Azure Foundry, and Google Vertex AI, ensuring cloud ubiquity. As AI systems become autonomous agents, safety moves from an ethical concern to an operational requirement. Anthropic emphasizes its constitutional AI approach to position Opus 4.5 as the responsible choice. The model is classified as ASL-3, AI Safety Level 3, under Anthropic's policy. This classification acknowledges that Opus 4.5 possesses capabilities like advanced coding and cyber skills that could be dangerous if misused. Because of this, it underwent rigorous testing by a frontier red team, the FRT. A key finding is that the model was successfully refusal trained to prevent it from providing actionable instructions for things like CBRN, which is chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear weaponization. Importantly, Opus 4.5 is also described as Anthropic's most aligned model. This means it is less preachy than previous versions, and it has a reduced rate of providing misaligned responses. It's less likely to lie to you or deceive you, which is critical if you are trusting it with your code bases. Now, to wrap up, the AI market is officially split. We have the fast and the cheap conversational models chasing mass appeal, and then we have the deep and the deliberate or the agentic models led by Opus 4.5 chasing deep work. Opus 4.5 is not the flashiest AI, but it is a meticulously engineered instrument of digital labor. It secures Anthropic's position as a preferred provider for the thinking class of AI applications. So what is our verdict? While Google's Gemini 3 Pro is superior for academic research and multimodal spectacle, Opus 4.5 is a superior choice for software development and process automation. The introduction of the effort parameter is a game changer, formalizing the move towards pricing per thought. With its 80.9% SWE-bench score, this is the most reliable AI available today for turning complex engineering instructions into working, verifiable code. If other AIs are like brilliant, entertaining street performers, dazzling you with their versatility, Claude 4.5, Opus 4.5 is a structural engineer. It does not put on a show, but it is the one that you trust to design and build the critical foundational framework that will stand up under real-world pressure. With that, we come to the end of the show. Please support our work by joining us as a member. And if you learned anything from this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the AI with Arun show. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back soon.